Hello and welcome back. Okay, if you watched the last video, you will know that I had been looking at expanding the canvas. Let's just turn that top layer off. This was the image we started off with. The horizon is wonky, and as you can see, if we move this back down, I have not left enough space at the top of the shot. It looks too crowded and we wanted to expand it to create a bit more negative space. So let's actually just come out of here, delete this top layer, and I will show you how we did this. So let me hit return. So this is how the image looked when we started. It's completely raw. I have brought it straight in from Lightroom, so there's no editing done to it at all. So I do apologize if you're thinking, my goodness. So the first thing we did was let's select our crop tool, which is over here on the left-hand tools panel. And we need to straighten this horizon. So if you weren't with me on the last video, let's just recap. Click the button in the middle of this options bar at the top here. Now, if you're not familiar and you are new to Photoshop, when you select any of these tools, you will get a different options bar. So this panel here relates directly to whichever tool you have selected in the toolbar on your left-hand side. So the crop tool is currently selected, so we've got the options panel for the crop tool. And within that is the straighten icon. So let's select that. And then we're going to drag our line across the horizon. And as I mentioned in the last video, when I first started Photoshop, I was very confused because I used to try and draw a line how I wanted it to look, but you don't. You follow the horizon you've got, let go, and Photoshop does the rest for you. So that's the horizon straightened. Now we want to expand this canvas, and you do that also using the crop tool. So let's just click again. So I've clicked the image to get my panel to appear. So I've got these little handles that I can drag this out, and we're going to drag a bit of space up. It's giving us transparency. Don't want that. I'm going to use the little fill box, the drop down box, and say content aware fill. Click. And you can use your little tick button that appeared, or you could hit return and you'll get the same effect. Now, funnily enough, the last time we did this in the other video, it left a big gap and it didn't do such a great job of blending the horizon. This time it's done a better job. So, not to worry, I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to blend this in the pro way. So last time I used the lasso tool and I drew around things and said, could I content aware fill, which did a relatively decent job, but it wasn't great. It gave us some hard lines we wanted to fix. So let's deselect that. This is your other option, and this is how I do it and other pros work. Create a transparent, that's a blank layer, by using the plus icon over here on your layers panel to get a blank layer. B for the brush tool. And what I would then do is I'm going to sample a colour. So I want to sample colour from this image. I'm not going to just make it up. So let's grab this colour here. We want this nice and close. So to select colour, you say click your Option or Alt button on your keyboard. And when you see the eyedropper tool appear on the screen, you then click. And as you can see on our paint bar over here on the left-hand side, it's selected that colour. Now, making sure that you have your transparent layer selected, so you're not painting on your image layer, but on transparency above, you can then just paint. And as you can see, doesn't that blend in much better than trying to use your clone or healing brush or anything else? So I would just keep selecting and brushing to just brush in the colour that I want and get it looking something more realistic. Now, as I say, Photoshop's done a pretty good job this time of getting this right, but in the last tutorial, if you were watching, you will see it didn't do such a great job. So if we were happy with that, now don't forget you've got your blend modes. So I'm over here on the layers panel, and you might play around with your blend modes to see if something else will blend that in. Very often on these sorts of edits, your overlay or soft light are your best options. Overlay will always be much more contrasty. Soft light generally works better. So I kind of like that. So I would say soft light, and then you can play with your opacity or fill to get that looking how you want it. So that is the pro way of fixing colour, light, where you've got patches that need filling in, rather than drawing or using the healing brush or clone stamp directly onto your image, put a transparent layer in above and then paint with the brush tool. So I hope that's really helpful to your editing. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe to this channel, and you'll also find me on my website, which is thephotographicartisan.com. So I hope to see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, have a lovely day. Bye for now.